And it really is this, if you go and you watch, like it's really easy to see this at um like going to the bar or whatever. But everybody, for the most part, like 90 to 95% of their interactions with other human beings, they need to have some type of prop because there's some type of uncomfortability within that situation. So, an example, a prop could be like if I'm itching my face, I'm going like this and I'm talking to you. Now, my facial hair is a prop, and I'm like, this is keeping me comfortable as I converse with you. A drink, itching my head, eating something. There's so many different things. But another way is diverting attention. So, like, if we're looking at something, like, look at that hat right there. Now I'm using that as the prop. Or you're like talking about somebody, you're making fun of somebody, somebody's doing something, you're watching a TV show, you're watching sports. Those are all like what I'm referring to as props.
Weather.
Yes, to make you feel. So like him in that instance, he was using it as like a prop for, so he started to feel more comfortable to just be next to me and interact with me. But it bums me out, man. I really, really love when you can get somebody in those genuine moments where you can tell there's not a prop. And you can find this in people that get really passionate about something because then they don't need other things. Like they're literally just telling you about, like, I found this out and this, and they're super excited to share the information or say something about their life with you. So they're not having any sort of type of like prop. And that's exciting to have those interactions with people because you know it's real and there's not like other things going on in their mind. Instead, where my mind goes in that is I try to figure out, like, what is it that's making you uncomfortable? Like, is it me? Is it just your personality? Do you feel like this is force? I wish I could do something to make you feel like it's not force. And I tried all sorts of things. I mean, like when people get in these instances, I'll like not make eye contact with them. Like I'll just glance here and there. Just so like when they're starting to tell me, like, I want you to know, I don't want you to feel like I'm staring at you and you're pressured, you take your time, like I try to do that consciously with people so they feel comfortable. And it's still trying to provide all this comfortability for people. It's still there. You'll find moments where people just can't, they need to have something to get them to make them feel more comfortable.
So how was it the other night at the movie thing?
So no, it was good, but there was a lot of that is what I'm referring to. This is just that like there was a lot of like that uncomfortability factor where people are just a lot of forced shit. And a lot of conversations where like I wish there was more authenticity going on, but it's just a bunch of like the weather talk that you're referring to all over the place. There was some good conversation here and there, but the movie was really cool. Like, the food was good. The pizzas are interesting because they're made from this my lead, so not the supervisor, it's my boss, but the second in command, whatever you want to call it. The lead, he has a friend that he knows that owns a business. His pizza business is from his house. He makes the pizzas in his house, and he makes them from his own garden. Like lots of his ingredients are from his own garden. And so he doesn't have like a business that's open all the time. You have to call and place orders, and then he can kind of organize how many he can make and whatnot for you. And then he plans and gets it done on certain days. And he like prints out like a menu of the ingredients of what's in it. And so that way you can, like, if you're having like an event like there was at his house, you just print it out to show you what ingredients are in what pizza so you can see it. It's really high quality pizza. It's good.
Joe good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I wouldn't say it's like the best of everything that I've ever had, but it's really, I would say it's high quality pizza. So that's exciting. And different stuff that people bring to the potluck was cool. But the movie is really, really cool. I sat by the fire. So like I try to do different things too in these anyways. Yeah, we had like a little bonfire because it was all in his backyard. So he just had like a projector screen. Yeah. So like I try to do all the different things to try to stimulate interactions with people. Like he has a hammock, so I wanted to sit in the hammock, not because I wanted to sit in the hammock, but I want to see, just if anybody else would be interested in sitting in the hammock. So if somebody goes and sits in it, then other people are like, oh yeah, now it's cool. Same thing. I was like, are we going to, what's going on with that fire pit over there? He's like, oh yeah, maybe we should start the fire. And I even mentioned, do you have s'mores? Just kidding. He's like, no, I do. I had s'mores last year, but nobody ate them. So I was like, bingo. All right, I guess I have to eat them. I had to fucking do it. I didn't want to have a s'more, dude, but I did a s'more.
I brought it up.
So
got
him to bring him out. He brought out the s'mores. Guess who's the only person that had a s'more? Bingo, me. So
one last
just
year,
trying to
Luke's here this year.
So I'm like, just trying to like.
He's like, yeah, that's the same chocolate and marshmallows I had a year
ago.
ago.
Dude, the chocolate was horrible. It was bad, dude. It was like
a year old, dude.
It was pliable. Like the Hershey's chocolate. It was like that. I could do a wave with the chocolate,
Reminds me of you.
What?
Back in the day,
What about it back in the day? Let's hear it.
one was over when I lived over there. Your dad was living here when I lived in B.
Okay.
Went to grandma's, got a Kit Kat. And that was when my back room.
Oh, I know
opened
this
that
one.
Thing up, and you started eating it, and there's worms all.
Oh, it was so bad. It was like maggots or something nasty. Weevils, whatever it is. Oh gosh, dude. It was so bad.
And then the other story. I told this one too, but you were young. I can't remember how old we were, dude. Dad was driving to wherever to meet your mom to drop you guys off,
Mhm.
to trade.
Yeah.
And I'd go with them a couple times. You were young.
That's nasty.
Kit Kat, you got a Coke, soda, and a Kit Kat, and there was like that much Kit Kat in the top of that soda. Dude.
Oh yeah, the backwash.
Dude, it wasn't
Yeah,
just a little bit. It was like thick.
I was pretty
And
bad
was
with
like, I was just
backwash.
kept on looking at you, just.
I
I was
mean,
like, oh, I wanted to throw it out the window. It was making me sick.
dude, it was like, I mean, those things stick with you because you guys told these stories and you guys, made fun of it and everything. And it wasn't like a hurtful thing. It was more like an eye opening. I'm very conscious of the stuff. Like I'll even look at my own drink still to this day to see if I have any backwash of stuff. Even like
Sorry to
water. I will drink water.
traumatize you.
So no, this is good. So like this water, I'll drink some of it, right? And then if like I have like this much left, let's say, and it's time to go to bed, I'll still just keep this water and I'll go to lay down in the bed and I'll drink it. And then if I don't drink it all in the morning, I'll look at it to see if there's anything in it that's floating. And if there is, then I pour it out and I get a fresh glass. I'm super conscious of like any floaties in my stuff from that exact story. It's funny. But it's all me, like I'm conscious of the backwash and other people's too. So if anybody's trying to share stuff, I look at that stuff too. And I see floaties from people all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a big proponent in that back in the day. I remember nobody wanted to share drinks with me. It was great though, I tell you.
No, but you were young. Dude. You were probably 3 years old. You were young.
I think that went all the way probably until I was like 10 though. It probably did.
I just remember that story.
There was more than one occasion where there was floaties. I heard it. Mike and Ty had a different story about one time, and yeah. It's great. Sticking with just cookies next year again. I don't know what you mean.
Morgana last night did pretty good.
Yeah?
It's a lot better than it wasn't dying as much. I'd say that.
So you learned some things? Or you just kind of
Trying to chill.
tried different things? Yeah.
Trying to freaking force things so much. They're just kind of.
You look like your breath stink. Thanks, bro. Maybe. Might. Yeah, there's different ways to play Morgana. The unfortunate thing with Morgana, she's actually, I feel like she's better in mid because of how much damage she can do. And because of her ultimate. Because her ultimate requires her to go in the play. Because she wants to tether and all that stuff. So like, if you're going to play her support, building support items, which basically support should be champions that you build support items on, because support items are cheaper and you get the least amount of gold as support, so that's why there's support items that are cheaper. And Morgana doesn't do that well with support items. Her like main items are going to be some of the like more expensive items, and those are better if you're a mid laner where you actually get more gold. And like one of her items that she needs to build to be useful is Zanya's. Like that should be either your first or your second item. And that's
What
the
does that
item.
look like?
It puts you into stasis. It looks like a hourglass. I think that's what it looks like. Let's see. Items. Zanya's H. Yeah, right here.
It's
So-
like Vince, like go back and click on that again.
Where?
No, just
Oh, right there.
because there's different hourglass. I don't think.
So how this works, this is another thing, is if you're going to do Zanya's, there's two big defensive items for mages, and this is good for you to know. So Zanya's, and then you have, where the heck is the item? It's a magic resist item, so let's just look here. Oh my gosh, that's not it. Okay, let's see. Getting close to
What I
it.
don't like because I don't know a lot of. I mean, I'll read them.
Here it is.
And I'm like, is this? Could I be picking something better than what they're recommending?
Yeah. So, so like here you can look at this ability power. See all these
So
ones that are
mage,
2200
one
gold.
Ability power.
See all these 2200 gold.
Yeah.
These are all support items.
Yeah, I get that one with the right there, that green one.
And that's the reason why they are cheap like this. They provide good value, but at a cheap price. And so, yeah. So basically, for the most part, anybody that's not a support does not build these items. They just don't, because it's not going to give as much value as the more expensive items. There are some that are middle ground, malignants. But anyway, so then you coming up here to more expensive items. So this is, wait a minute. Moonstone's right here too. What the hell? Why is there 2 moons? This game's got so many different bugs. Like, look at that. Why is there Moonstone Renewer twice at different costs? They're they are different stats, but these are different. Like, they're for different game modes. But this is, anyway, it's stupid. I don't ever go into the item thing like this anymore because it doesn't show the correct values. I wouldn't look at your items like this. I would go into the practice tool, into the game, and then look at the items, because this is so janky like this. But anyway, just for the sake of it, you can see that like these items are your 2 main defensive high value items as a mage. So one gives you armor, the other gives you magic resist. The other passive right here, or the active ability, this has got an active ability, which is the Zhonya's thing that's well known for, which is stasis. And you push it, and it puts you into stasis where nobody can do anything to you whatsoever, not even your own allies. You can't be attacked, nothing. So if you're under the turret and you're getting hit by a turret from an enemy turret, you can go into stasis, and it will change targets now because it can't target you anymore. So if you're getting, that's why you'll get dove by somebody. Let's say somebody dives you under tower to kill you, and then they could just hit stasis, and now boom, they're good. And so somebody else can then go under tower to take the aggro, or if there's minions, then the turrets will down fire at the minions, and then when you come out of stasis, you're not being targeted anymore because it changed targets. So there's different tactics for it. If someone's about to do a bunch of damage against you and they're trying to burst you on something, somebody like Zed, he jumps on you and presses his ult, you hit Zhonya's, and now he's fucked. He's not going to do all this damage against you. So somebody like Karthus that pushes his ult that goes on everybody on the map. If you're alive, it immediately targets you and it starts to proc, and you can see the proc above your head about to fire. Right before it hits the proc, you just push Zhonya's and it will go off, but it won't hit you because you're under stasis. You've seen Bard's ult, right? Bard's another really good one. If you got, like, he would be so fun if you could get good at him, because he is a massive playmaking champion that is always useful, but he has make it or break it kind of ultimate, because his ultimate can affect towers. So he throws up in the air. It's like a circle about this big on the map, and it puts anything in that area into stasis, which is the same effect as Zhonya's. So he can put a tower into stasis, which basically makes it where now the tower will not do anything. It won't be able to fire. It won't be able to do, you can't attack the tower, nothing. He can do that. He can do it to his enemies and his allies. So you can literally fuck your own allies by ulting them and putting them in a bad position because they're frozen to place. They can't do anything. So same sort of thing, but this gives you the stasis, and it's a cooldown that's like 120 seconds, something like that. And then you can use it again. So the reason I'm calling this out is whenever you're going to build Zhonya's, you first build the Seeker's Arm Guard, because this is where your active is for the stasis. The thing is, the item is 120 seconds before you get the stasis again, before you can hit the button again to use it. This is a single use. So if you build this item first, you can use that time stop ability, and then it's broken, and so you can't use it again. But when you finally finish the item, now it's reusable, sort of thing. And if you didn't know, these kind of items that are actives like this, you could sell them and then buy them again, and it becomes active again. But the thing is you lose money in that whole process. So late game, when you're going late game where you can't even spend your money anymore, if you have actives like this, sell it, buy it again so you get it active again. And you have to know that if the enemy's smart, which lower elo, people are not that smart, they don't do that. You think, oh, I got their Zhonya's. Okay, well, they probably have it back up again because they just went and sold it and reused it or bought it again. Anyway, so you buy this. So an example, before you finish the item, let's say that you bought this and you bought this. Now there's like, let's see, this is 1,600 gold and this is 1,200 gold. So that's 2,800 gold and the item is 3,250. So now there's another 450 gold you need to complete it. Don't complete it. you keep this item and this item in your inventory, and it almost gives you all the total amount. So if you look at the total amount, this is 50 armor and 105 ability power. This is 65 plus that. That's already 105 ability power. So it's the full amount of ability power, but it's 25 armor versus the 50. So you have half the amount of armor. However, you need to use this first. So go, like if you're Morgana, this is huge for Morgana, because what you do is you go run in the fight. Whether you flash in the middle of everybody and then press your R, and then you don't Zanya yet. You wait until they're trying to focus you or something. If nobody's focusing, you just keep walking at them and following around. But if they start to jump on you, especially melee champs, and they try to kill you really quick because you're ulting, just press Zanya's. You push or press the Seekers, whatever it is. You push that, boom, now it's broken. And then when you go back to base, you probably still have some gold, and you just buy the item again or complete the item, and then you're good. Now you have it. This is a similar sort of thing. This is Banshees, but this is for magic resist. And so this has the same sort of thing as the needlessly large rod. And then it has the verdant barrier. These again are the same amount of ability power added together, but this is 25 magic resist, like the other item was 25 armor. Total for 40 magic resist if you complete it. The thing that's different here is this spell shield. This is what's really cool. Sometimes you don't even have to finish this item. This is 1600 gold. Same thing as this one is also 1600 gold. So 1600 gold, and this one renews. This is like a 80-second like an 80-second cooldown or something like that. And it just, you can keep doing it. It doesn't break. It's not a single use. It will just keep coming back like every 80 seconds. However, when it's completed, it's like a 40-second cooldown. So it's a lot less of a cooldown. And it's just a shield that goes over top your character. You've probably seen it before. There's 2 items in the game that do it. It's a shield that goes over your character. And basically the first ability that hits you won't do anything to you. It won't, if it's a stun ability, it won't stun you. It won't do any damage, nothing. It just breaks the shield. Now the shield's gone. And then it goes on cooldown. There's another item. So this is for mages. And then there's one item called Edge of Night. And that's for attack damage characters. It does the same exact thing. I think it's like 300,000 gold. I know what it looks like. There it is right here. Yeah, 3,000 gold. Edge of Night. So it has the same sort of effect. It also has a spell shield that blocks the next enemy ability. It has different kind of stats. This is a lethality item. It's mainly used for assassins. So like Zed will have it. And you'll see Zed, like Talon, a lot of those assassin-like champions will have this because they want to go in and do a bunch of damage, and they'll be able to block a ton of damage with that first ability against them. And the one thing that really screws a lot of these assassins is CC, so stuns. So you'll like go in at them, and then they'll just get CC'd away. So like an example, like Milio only has one form of CC. Actually, one ability that can do damage to any enemy. So that's his Q, right? Which is also CC that knocks him back. So if Zed jumps on him and Milio just Qs him away, Zed gets screwed. But if Zed has this, then Milio loses every time. You can't do anything against him.
I was playing Morgana and tried to stun a person, and I think they have that shield, and they just went right through. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. And Morgana, that's exactly what her shield does. And it gives you a CC shield until the shield's broken. And the shield is magic damage is what it blocks. So if you're going against somebody that does AD damage, they can never remove your shield. All their damage is still going to go through. So you're not shielding their damage, but you're making it so they can't CC you at all. So somebody like, actually a lot of different ones. They have some ability power, but I'm trying to think of somebody. Shoot. Oh yeah, like the crocodile, Renekton. So he has like a double dash. One of his abilities is auto attack that stuns you. So he'll do like a dash into you, and then he'll stun you, and then he'll do a bunch of damage, and then he'll dash away. And he's super irritating to deal with. Even like Riven, because they just do physical damage. So she'll come in and she'll jump on you, and every time she does her jump on you, it knocks you up. And she also has a stun, a point and click stun. Pantheon jumps on top of you and stuns you. If you put your shield on you from Morgana, they can't break it. So the whole length of that shield, which is like, 5 seconds long that's on you, they can't even CC you at all. So you just wait for them to try to jump on you and do something, and you put the shield on you, you just walk away. And sometimes it's hard to get them off of you, right? So you're walking away at the same speed they are, but you have your Q then. You just hit your Q, and then you're gone. And then they're just sitting there. And you have to make sure you throw your pool down on them too, so you're doing that damage. But yeah, this item, those 2 items right there are so massive.
Yeah.
Are you there? Let's see. Wow, the stream is still lagged out? How? I'm not even playing any games. Yeah, something's just jacked. I think it's... No, it's jacked up. I think... Yeah, well, I'm not even playing a game, Jess, so that's...